Hey guys, welcome to week 3 of our Plexus 101 training. And today we're going to be talking about social media and how to grow your business, sharing Plexus, and more. So here's a little recap of what we've done so far. We've talked about nuts and bolts, your why, all of those things, and being a product of the product. And we discussed in length the Plexus products. So if you need to go back and look at those, feel free to go back and check out week 1 and 2. And today we're going to be doing sharing Plexus on social media, becoming smart and strategic posters, as well as our resources. So first things first, one of the best advantages of this business is knowing that Plexus is all about relationships. So if you're not a salesperson, you are the perfect ambassador for Plexus because we focus on relationships and sharing from the heart our experiences. Network marketing, which is what Plexus is, really should be called relationship marketing. We're in the business of nurturing relationships and to send the message that the relationship is more important than the sale or that person joining our Plexus team. The key to be a great Plexus ambassador is to share from your heart. Aim to help as many people as you can with our products and this opportunity. So to do that, make sure you're being genuine and sincere. Be relational, ask questions, find out what their why is if they were to join Plexus. When you know that someone struggles with, you can share a testimony that will connect with their heart. If somebody is struggling with diabetes, you can share with them another testimony of someone who was helped with diabetes using Plexus. So remember that database when you have been creating by listening to these opportunity calls, watching diamond documentaries, seeing testimonials that are shared. Use these stories. But you must first know the struggle that comes from the engaging relationship. People are going to connect more with you if they have a relationship with you. Otherwise, it's going to come across kind of salesy and pushy. So don't be forceful. Nurture that relationship. When you share Plexus with strangers, you want to make sure you have a genuine approach. Don't look at them as the next great team member on your team. You want to use a product sample card, and these are available at myplexusprint.com. Ask them if they know anyone that struggles that Plexus helps with. So I want you to really focus about the person and their things. And focus on if they know people that have struggles that Plexus can help them, they would be a great ambassador for your team. Remember, though, it's not about you. It's not about rank advancing. It's about them. We have the blessing and opportunity to help people get well and get their lives back. The spotlight should be on them 80% of the time, meaning we need to listen, which is very hard in our culture nowadays. So if you have your success guide, it's in chapter 6 of there, and it has some conversation starters for you if you struggle with how to reach out to strangers. So I love that about our success guide. So let's talk social media. There are many outlets of social media. I use Facebook and I use Instagram. I know a lot of people use Twitter, Pinterest, and YouTube to reach their social audience. We're going to focus on Facebook, though, because most of you guys are going to be using that. But no matter what you're using, the concepts we're going to discuss are pretty much the same. And that is being consistent. You don't want to post 1 week about Plexus and then not post again for another month. People are going to be watching your posts, and so you're sending that message that you're really not serious about the business or about the products. So remember, you need to have expectations that are realistic. You don't want to expect to post and then turn gold overnight or to get $1,000 in PV overnight. Think about how long it took you of watching your sponsor before you were willing to even try the products or listen to the opportunity. Also, if you're not being consistent, it sends a message that this opportunity is not as great as you're saying, or that these products really don't work as well as you say they work. So being consistent is very, very important in this business. And of course, you want to remember to be positive always. Once you start sharing Plexus, people are going to watch you, and even when you're sharing non-Plexus posts and you tend to have a negative attitude, that's going to come through in your business posts. So make sure you're always trying to see the positive in everything. Your personal page is going to act as a business page. This is also applicable to your team pages and group pages as well. I've seen so many great ambassadors have a little bit of negativity in their team page and their teams die. A little bit of poison is bad. So keep that mindset if you have your team page, if you're participating in a team page, or if you're in a group. If you have an issue and need to vent about something, do that with your sponsor in a private message. Ask them for more understanding. So here's a really great quote. If you have a problem, face it. Don't Facebook it. It comes across very negative and people are not going to take you seriously. So let's talk a little bit more about Facebook. I love Facebook because it's all about building relationships and engaging with people. One of the things you need to know is that Facebook has an algorithm in which you're not going to see all of your friends' posts all the time, which means they're not going to see all of your posts either all the time. So if the more you comment on things, the more it tells Facebook that this is a newsworthy status and it's going to appear in your friend's newsfeed. So you're going to want to make sure you're commenting on other Plexus friends' posts as well, not just liking them. Liking them is great. Comments, cheering them on, those, once you have 3 comments, it's going to bump the status up to be seen by more people. Comments equal engagement. Have you noticed that sometimes you can look on Facebook and then come back an hour later and all the stories are the same? I used to think nobody did anything for an hour, but in reality, it's because Facebook was hiding some of my friends. So what I did was I created a non-Plexus friend list. And this way, every night I can go on, click on non-Plexus friends, and I can kind of scroll through all my friends that do not do Plexus currently, and I can engage with them. I can like their pictures. I can comment how cute their Easter or Christmas pictures are, and by doing that, they're going to pop up in my newsfeed more often, and they're going to see my posts. Oops, sorry guys. A non-Plexus call to action or comment. What that means is you really need to focus on building those relationships with your non-Plexus friends. It's so, so, so important. So sometimes you focus on your non-Plexus friends and you might post something silly like this. Gap just informed me that this is stylish for spring. What do you think? It's an open invitation for people to comment. Inviting comments and engagement is going to increase your interaction with your friends, and they're going to see what you post more often. So what you post about Plexus needs to include that passion and excitement. It's going to come across in your words. Are you posting with excitement? Are you posting with passion? And you also need to have balance, though. Don't always post about Plexus and never post anything else relationally. People want to see what you're doing in your life outside of Plexus too. So make sure you keep that balance. You also want to make sure you're posting personal. Don't just repost a bunch of stories that you read, even though they might really connect with you. Sometimes they're not going to connect with your audience. So make sure that the stories that you are posting are going to connect to somebody's heart of your friends. Avoid ad-like posts. There's a lot of cute graphics, and I love graphics, but sometimes just posting a graphic is going to seem really salesy, and it's going to be a big turnoff to your Facebook friends. So here's an example of a great post. This is by my friend Edergay, and she posted this about her jeans. My mom had bought these jeans for me a few years back, and I had thought, honestly, Mother, there will never be a time for me to get in these. Yet I kept them because I really, really liked them. Good thing I did. My secret is really not a secret. So here she is, not really even posting directly about Plexus, but she's posting with excitement and something personal, something that her friends can relate with. Everybody has those skinny jeans that we want to get back into, and she's posting could connect with these people. You want to make your Facebook posts personal, and you want to make sure that you are commenting positively. You want to tell your own experience. Ditch the whole message me on your post and even in your comments. Don't put your web link in the comments or in the post. What you're going to want to do is hashtag your website. So, for example, denverpinkdrink.com, you're creating a brand name. So whatever your website is, you're going to want to hashtag it, because that way, if you don't understand about hashtags, it's kind of like a filing system. Anytime somebody clicks on anything that has a hashtag, so like your website or one Plexus or hashtag Plexus Freedom, it's going to see every post anybody ever has made with that hashtag in it. So it can be a really powerful tool, these hashtags. And you want to, above all, be authentic. Your friends are not going to want somebody that's fake, somebody that's really trying to be pushy, or somebody that's really trying to get something that's not there. So here's a great idea of a personal post by my friend Lori Harrison. It has nothing to do about Facebook, but it's just real authentic and personal. Marriage is not bliss. In fact, if someone tells you that, question their judgment. Sometimes marriage is toleration, but on days like today when I've been out of town all week and my man is spending his Sunday outside working on a tedious cabinet project for my vintage remodel while I just chat his leg off, well, he's my best friend. And today, marriage is bliss. So Miss Lori is being very real and very authentic, and it's just a personal post. It has nothing to do about Plexus, but it's very inviting, and people love to see inviting things on their Facebook newsfeed. So let's talk about how to post smart and strategically, because you can post a lot and really not attract the audience that you're wanting to attract. So here's some reminders. You're going to want to post one non-Plexus post every day. So example, Cody Hawkins posted this, and it's about his daughter Pepper. Another reason why I keep dodging Pepper's daily requests for a dog. And just this cute little graphic. It's just nothing to do with Plexus, but it's funny, and it gets your name out there in the Facebook world. Something else you want to do is post one Plexus post every day. But your key here is to make it personal. So here's an example. Stephanie Massat on the left-hand side is talking about her Plexus energy. It's very personal, very real to her. This is energy 3 miles down. Now some hit. Happy Monday, everyone. Want this kind of energy? And so it's kind of inviting to her audience. Jenny Saldivar, she shared this status. And the thing you have to remember with sharing a status is that if the original poster. So in this case, if Heather, her post was not set to public, by you sharing it, even though your settings might be public, it's only going to be seen by mutual friends, which most likely are other Plexus ambassadors who already have seen it. So it's really just not a good idea to share statuses because you're not really reaching any audience unless both of you have public settings. So you can quote it and say, oh, my friend Heather says, and then copy her status in your own status so that it's your own status that is being shared. We also, 2 times a week, want a call to comment post. And we kind of talked about that earlier. It's a post that may not even have any significant meaning to you, like this culottes post. Who knows if Jennifer really thinks that they're stylish or not, but it is very inviting for you to comment. The whole purpose of it was for you to get to comment yes or no and get people interacting with her. So the other thing you want to remember is by doing that, your newsfeed is going to pop up a lot more in those people that are commenting on your post. And that is why one Plexus engaging post per week is also a really smart idea. So something like Tell Me Tuesday, this is where you're calling all Plexus ambassadors to comment on your post. Why? Because your friends that you have been interacting with, they want to see that Plexus doesn't just work for you. Plexus works for other people too. And by having other Plexus ambassadors comment on this, they're going to read through and stalk your Facebook. They're going to read through the comments and they're going to start thinking, you know what? Maybe I should give this a try because it not only works for my friend, but it works for all of these people too. And so it's really going to be inviting them to take that plunge, that next step. So these are some recommendations for you on getting started in posting for your Plexus business. The next thing you want to work on, though, is expanding your audience. You don't want to just stay with your 50 close Facebook friends. You always want to be looking to build new relationships, whether that's in person, getting to know the waitress at your famous diner, it's talking to the mailman, whatever it is. You want to aim to add about 2 new people per week. You can go on and look at friend suggestions and add them as friends. You can look at your old high school, your old college, your old church group. There's a lot of ways to add people to your friends list. The most important key, though, is nurturing that social media relationship. Follow up on the friendship. Don't be all about Plexus. I know when we sign up, we're so excited that we just kind of want to puke Plexus on everybody and get them off the fence, get them on your team, get them on the products. But you know what? Their friendship is so much more important. And so it's really key that you follow up on the friendships above following up on Plexus. Remember their birthdays. First thing I ever do on Facebook in the morning is I wish everybody who has a birthday today, happy birthday. I kind of scroll through quickly on my friends list. Anybody who I know has a kid's birthday or their anniversary or they're getting married, you want to interact. You want to show people that you care. You want to be genuine and sincere, though. So make sure you're not just happy birthday so-and-so. You want to make sure you're reaching out to them. Nurturing relationships applies to social media. That means not just face-to-face, but doing it on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're doing it. So every day, these are the things I want you to strive to do in your Plexus business. And I promise you, if you're doing them, your Plexus business is going to grow. You want to be consistent, positive, personal, engage your audience, expand your audience, and be genuine. These 6 things, I guarantee you, if you're doing them, you will not fail in this Plexus business. Most importantly is consistency. So we've talked about social media. Now it's time to talk about resources. And there are so many resources at your fingertips as a Plexus ambassador. Not only do you have your upline to help support you, but did you know we have all of these resources that are just available for you to look up anytime you have a problem, you want to find out more about products. All of these things are here to help you learn. We have plexuslearningcenter.com. This is a corporate blog to stay up to date with our latest corporate happenings, corporate videos such as products, opportunity calls, and diamond documentaries. These are also on the Plexus YouTube channel, and just a great resource, one of my favorite resources. Another great resource is plexuspowertools.com. It's $10 a year to access it, but they have so many templates, documents, email templates to email your prospects, you name it, it's on there. In your back office, underneath the Communications tab, is a multimedia library. They have both English and Spanish resources available for you. And so I would really highly recommend you going and kind of checking that out if you haven't already. A great place to get some business cards, sample cards, are myplexusprint.com. You can also find a lot of that on Etsy as well. And they all have compliance codes. Of course, YouTube. I mean, what would we do without YouTube? You can learn how to hotwire a car probably on YouTube. There's so much stuff on there. But these are some of the channels I subscribe to, and I really suggest you subscribe to. Plexus Worldwide, of course. Plexus U is a website or a YouTube channel run by Jarrett Abart, and they have all kinds of just great videos on there. Ami Darling has great product knowledge videos, so if you're wondering about Probio 5, what makes it the great probiotic ever, look her up on YouTube and watch one of her videos. Jennifer Pickett also has great product knowledge. If you're looking to kind of grow your business and challenge yourself and challenge your team, I would really look up Tamara Holloway. She has been on the leaderboard for team growth for the past 2 years. Melissa Eichenhorst, which is our Diamond upline, she has a lot of great business building content that we duplicate as well. Jen Hawkins, who is also in our upline, she has a great video series with her husband called Skeptical Spouse. So if you know somebody whose spouse maybe is not as supportive of their wife doing the business, really watch those videos. Those are great. Sarah Marble is an amazing pioneer along with Sonia Dudley in just breaking down the Plexus business. Breaking it into easy to learn, easy to duplicate videos. I love everything Sonia Dudley does, and this has great troubleshooting too. What to say to somebody in a conversation, how to go gold, how to go silver, all of those things. And Tim and Michelle Thomas, they host the Rock the Pink Live every week. We've had our CEO and our president on there before, so they have some great videos on there. And lastly is Sarah Taylor. I have started using a lot of her videos, the Silver in 7, and just a lot of great resources there. So as we conclude our week 3 video, I just want to encourage you to take this week and really focus on sharpening your social media outreach, sharpening that tool in your toolbox, and making it a habit to post smarter, not more frequently. And I promise you keep doing that for the next couple of weeks, your Plexus business is going to start growing. So we'll see you guys next week for week 4 of Plexus 101.